I'm inviting Dr. Samir, who is going to speak to us about faster adoption of telemedicine in his hospital, that is the Hiranandani Hospital in Mumbai. And it would be interesting to see how his experience compares with what you have just enumerated of the experiences from the US. Dr. Samir, please.
Good evening, everyone. I would like to thank Dr. Uma for giving me this opportunity. Topic of my presentation is faster adoption of telemedicine. Hiranandani Hospital is a 244-bedded hospital in Mumbai, which is a multi-speciality hospital. And we are proud to basically inform all of you that we have catered to the maximum number of COVID patients. We have treated them well. And this is the environment of chaos and fear which was hovering around during the initial phases to all of us. It has reduced drastically, because now we are very well prepared as such. So during this environment of fear, there are other patients who basically would like to seek healthcare facility. But because of this environment, they basically try to restrict themselves. And then this telemedicine has basically helped them in uh, uh, getting acquainted, or basically getting in touch with the doctors, and thus even the basic healthcare needs were being catered to. So the first slide would mention about yesterday, that is during the initial days, the telemedicine was more of accessibility for those who are not having the healthcare facility. So it was more into the remote locations. So there was low penetration in the urban areas during the initial days. But because of this COVID, we have this platform which we are tied up with BestDoc, which is one of the product for telemedicine. And initially we had OP management system with BestDoc, and we have extended it to telemedicine through this product. So today, because of this requirement of telemedicine, we basically, because of the limited mobility and social distancing, this has come into play. And this is the need of the hour at the moment. So basically, how to accelerate the adoption of this concept of telemedicine? It is from user perspective. So it would be doctors, it would be patients, it would be the finance department, and it also would be there are other healthcare coordinators. So how all of them will be able to get together to meet up with the needs of the patients, and how they will be able to integrate. So there are broad points of seamless user experience, easy workflow integration, extensive training, timely support, and continuous improvement. So I will come one by one to the first point, which is seamless user experience. In this, what we expect is that it should be a smooth flow, as if the doctor is meeting the patient in person. Similar to that, this experience should be there as far as telemedicine is concerned. So in our hospital, we had this initial setup which we had to do for the doctors, for the patients, for the patient care coordinators and the finance team, because for everyone this was a new concept as such. And so how did we do it? For doctors, it should be a simple to use interface between a patient and a doctor. So it's very important that the doctor should not have, it should not be a complex sort of a product by which the doctor would take time to understand, and then time to get acclimatized, and lose interest in basically using this product. So it should be a very simple product which can have few steps by which they will reach the patient and communicate with the patients. As far as patient is concerned, it should be like, for example, in our hospital, we have through web the patient can do the booking. We also have an app by which the patient can do a booking, and so there are various modalities. The payment option also should be absolutely easy for them to basically pay and then get the appointment scheduled. So it should be a easy to use link based teleconsultation. So whenever there is an appointment which is booked, then there is a SMS which goes to the patient which has a link. So the patient need not travel anywhere. They have to just click to the link prior to their consultation, and then they are open to do the payment and later to consult the doctor. So we have audio, video, and a text-based inputs are enabled. So it may be like, for example, if there is some sort of a disturbance by which they are not able to communicate through audio, then they can text and get that consultation proceed further till that audio is corrected or a video is corrected. So it has to have different backup options because of which the communication should not happen. The third is patient care coordinators, where the ability to manage the appointments, schedules, payments, refunds, etc., should be absolutely seamless for a patient care coordinator. We call it as a person in the call center or in the billing department, where they have to have this scheduling. When there is a telephonic call from the patient, they have to schedule the appointments, then the SMS gets triggered. So even the patient care coordinator should have a seamless user experience. Finance, obviously, it should be there should be integrated payment where they should not have any problems after the payment is being made. It should very well get integrated with HMIS, where they will be able to see whether the payment has been done, and there is sort of a reconciliation report which follows later. The easy workflow integration is uh, that's the next step, where flexible schedule management of doctors. So it should be flexible enough in such a way that if, say for example, for any reason the patient is not able to make up, or the doctor is not able to make up, then immediately there should be that product should be able to adjust to the timings in such a way that next schedule appointment can be done in a seamless way without having any hurdles. The easy switch between physical and digital consultation is like, for example, we have both type of patients, teleconsultations and physical consultations, which happen at a given time during the schedule of the doctor, during the OPD slot, where the doctor has to basically switch from one teleconsultation, say for example, which is scheduled at 9:30, and there is another patient who is scheduled for a physical consultation at 9:45. So there should be an easy switch, which by this product which we have, we are able to do it seamlessly. Reminders on upcoming appointments for doctors and patients. So this inbuilt system has this ability to send reminders to the doctors and the patients. Over and above that, we also have a system just to have sort of a cross check or validation by having our call centers giving a call to those doctors just 15 minutes prior to their scheduled appointment. So we ensure that this teleconsultation does happen. Aggregated view of the patient care coordinators. So the patient care coordinators, or those who are basically scheduling appointments, they should have sort of a view where they will be able to see the scheduled appointments one after another. Accordingly, they will be able to schedule the appointments, reschedule the appointments, or cancel the appointment. So those things can be done if they have this sort of a view in the system. The next step is the extensive training that is required, which obviously, because all the stakeholders are not used to such type of system, where this training is a very important step, which we had to carry out during the initial phases. Adequate training have been conducted for doctors, patients, patient care coordinators, finance team. We also had a digital training material which will have a sort of hands-on other 11th hour sort of a training, which can give sort of a refresh to the doctors. availability of on-demand training. So, for example, we have this Best Doc team who were available anytime during the day, where if we had any hiccups, they used to be able to help us out. um, Continuous monitoring of performance. So yeah, this monitoring was also required, because of which we could see that if there is sort of any improvement or any hiccups which are there, which can be taken care of. After that, we have this timely support from the team. It is best talk and even the other stakeholders, where the round the clock availability of the support, as I said, 24/7, ability to set up mock prep calls for the patients. So patients basically who are not used to, we also have a facility where a mock call is being set up so that the patient is well tuned to get this teleconsultation, which is scheduled subsequently, so that there is no hurdle during the actual teleconsultation. Built-in simple troubleshooting wizard. So there are sort of checks and balances which this product has, because of which whether server is functioning properly, if there is internet connection, all those things are being checked, so that during the teleconsultation per se, there should not be any problem. Continuous product improvement is it has to have a sort of improvement. Basically, in the initial phases, it was on the basis of the basic requirement that we had, but later on, it specialized into a very fine requirement, which still is being carried out. Incorporate patient, doctors, hospital feedback. So you have feedback system by which uh, we will be able to know what is the requirement from all stakeholders, and accordingly the improvement is done in the product. Uh, Even co-create the solutions in the hospital is, say, for example, we have this EMR, which is integrated with this teleconsultation, because of which there will be a database on the basis of which further teleconsultations or history of the patient and all those things can be dealt with. Interoperable with EMR via APIs. So, and compatible with variables for remote monitoring and patient care. These are few of the actual feedbacks that we received from the doctors, which I will just skip to the next slide. So telemedicine, just to summarize, is here to stay, and convenience and risk mitigation for the doctors and the patients. It also reduces burden on the hospital infrastructure, and better technology for care delivery. So I would like to wrap up by saying so. So thank you, Dr. Oma, for giving me this opportunity once again.